So here's the video for the next few weeks. So we're starting out tonight. We're going to meet together and go over the assessment report feedback. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Activity 8 and then your final assessment report and presentations and feedback, and then what's next. And actually I can pull that up, I believe. So what's next is that you're going to upload your peer-edited assessment report. So tonight, each one of your peers is going to go around and they're going to write physical notes on your assessment report of ways that you need to improve it so that you have the best assessment report possible. And you're going to scan that document and upload it into Moodle for a grade. And you will be uploading it right here, as you can see. So the next thing you're going to be doing is reading Chapter 11. And then Chapter 12, and then doing Activity 9. Activity 9 combines these two, and it also includes these transition presentations. So all of these need to be done by the 13th. So then we're going to be presenting. So this is the PowerPoint for tonight. This is what you're going to be turning in is the peer-edited report, and that needs to be turned in by the 5th. So make sure you upload your peer-edited assessment report by the 5th. Then we've got the next 2 weeks, and just another reminder, I will not be home or available by email until from April 3rd to the 11th, I'm sorry, and I'll be checking emails on the 12th, so that's also why we have these videos and everything, so you know what to do. So as I mentioned before, you're going to read Chapter 11 and Chapter 12, and then you're going to complete one of these post-secondary transitions. So I'm going to click on this activity, and you can see it's something you have to turn in. And you only have to do one of these, and you can choose a different student from the one that you completed the assessment report with. And in fact, I recommend you do that because you've got so many students. Let's start supporting as many as we possibly can. So these are the templates for for a functional level student culturally responsive summary performance PowerPoint. This one is an elementary level, and this one is a secondary level. I'm going to just show you real quickly what those look like. So I'll open these up and open, and you can see. So you can see right here we've got the elementary one. This one is the functional one, and then I'll show you the high school one, the secondary one in a second. So same thing for the first one, just a title, and then strengths and preferences. You can see down here that I've actually written down what types of information could be supporting this slide. And then for the elementary one, so once again, they've got resources, but elementary might not have assistive technology devices or services, but in a functional one, there's a better chance of that. And then in reading, writing, and math, what are my levels? And I took that slide out of the functional one. And here we look more at the community. So what types of things are you doing around the community to help the student become more successful after high school? Also with the functional one, there's a good chance that if they're nonverbal, that the student won't be able to necessarily answer these questions. So you might actually be working with the family, like the parent or something, and completing this. And like I said, it just goes through and it shows you all of the different pieces of things that make people be more successful, the self-determination pieces. So self-awareness, resiliency. Here it is, once again, when I get mad, I can. If blank makes me upset, I will remember to blank. So, that is a little bit about more self-awareness and resiliency. But you can see that they're slightly different. And we have I want to learn how to cook blank all by myself. I can clean blank all by myself. I help my family. And it's a slightly different I want to work at, I want to live in, with, at. So however you want to fill these out is fine. If they draw pictures, that's also totally acceptable. And then here is, oh, that's for next week. This is the secondary one, and you'll see that there is a lot more detail and expectations. So like, you know, culture, language, disability, goals after high school. You know, they talk about ADA because as an instructor, you should know, a teacher, you should know about ADA and ADA services. I do have some information down here for you that might be helpful to help you work with the student on filling out this slide. Once again, it's emotional reality, so, you know, what kind of stressors are there and how will they deal with that? Any accommodations or modifications, overcoming adversity. And then I give examples of that adversity. And like I said, if sexism isn't something that your student is worried about, you can actually erase that, and then you'll be writing about any changes you made to the PowerPoint on your activity. So, and then each one of the employment, education, and independent living goals is asking for short-term and long-term goals. So you can see it's a little bit different for the expectations. Let me, let's see, oops, 9, maybe that's not there. So then for, whoops, for activity 9, you can see I'm doing the grading right now. For activity 9, you can see that I ask you for part 1 to read chapter 11 on early childhood, and I have some questions, 7 questions on that. And then for part 2, I ask you what are the legal requirements of a transition planning for special educators, and then once you finish the PowerPoint with your student, I want you to describe your experience. So why did you choose the level, functional, elementary, or secondary of the PowerPoint? What went well? What would you do differently next time? Did you delete any slides and then explain why? Did you change any questions? Explain why. Did you add any slides? If so, explain why. The other thing I did here was I PDF'd some examples of each type that other students have presented in class. And like I mentioned before, if you need to take a slide out, it's okay. I just want to make sure that you are thinking and moving through, making decisions, and in a thoughtful way. So, all right, so that's the post-secondary transition, and then I showed you activity 9, and then I have here just reading and completing all of this. Let's go back to that PowerPoint just so we can make sure that we're clear on everything. And then we're going to come back on the 13th, and we're going to be sharing our post-secondary transition slides or PowerPoint with the class, so each person will present on that. And then we will have one more week where we will put together our reports, and then on the 20th, you will be, I believe it's the 20th, you'll be presenting your final assessment report, and then I give you 2 days after that, or a day and a half after that, to make any changes. And then, of course, evaluations will be released, and those are actually really helpful. So, you know, having you say positive things or whatever, and giving the university feedback on this education that you're getting is a good thing. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Have a great day.